So scalene triangles, no congruent sides. What's that? Maybe. I don't know. Isosceles triangles, okay? So isosceles triangles means they have to be at least two congruent sides. Okay, so two congruent sides. And then equilateral is when all sides are congruent. So three congruent sides. Okay, so scalene, no congruent sides. Isosceles, two congruent sides. Equilateral, three congruent sides. You got that? Okay, 3 ways to name triangles based on angles. Okay, so let's look at angles. So we have an acute triangle. Okay, so acute triangle. That means all 3 angles are acute. Okay. I think you guys all know what a right triangle is. A single angle can be right. Can I have a triangle with 2 right angles? No. It's impossible. It's impossible, right? Because what do all the angles of a triangle have to add up to? 180. So if I had 2 right angles, that would be 90 and 90. That's already 180. That's why we can't have a triangle with 2 right angles. And then if we look at an obtuse triangle, okay, an obtuse triangle would be 1 obtuse angle. What do we call it if we have 2 obtuse angles? Not a triangle. Good job. Well done. Not a triangle, right? A triangle can't have more than 1 obtuse angle. Again, for the same reason it can't have more than 1 right angle, right? It would be bigger than 180. And then an equiangular triangle means all angles are congruent. Okay, all angles are congruent. So if I'm looking at a triangle, I can name it with 2 names, right? So let's say I had, I'm just going to pull over to the side here. Let's say I had this. What would that be? So first you name by angles, then you name by sides. Acute isosceles triangle, right? So it would be an acute isosceles triangle. What if we did this? What would that be? An obtuse scalene triangle, right? So always name first because, well, I guess it wouldn't really be wrong to name it the other way because they're both adjectives, right? There's one an adverb. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. It's way too far down the English line for me. I mean, I know what adjectives and adverbs are, but what it technically... I think they're both just adjectives, right? Because they're both describing the triangle. So it would just be 2 adjectives. Yeah, anyways. Anywho. Okay, so now you understand how to name triangles based on 2 names, okay? That's all I was really trying to get at. And now I sound really stupid on the video. All of your parents watching the video think I don't know what a adverb is. Oh well. Okay, 2 quick theorems to tie up all of our loose ends, and then we will be done with notes. I told you, easy, right? All right, so triangle sum theorem. You guys all know already. The 3 angles of a triangle have to add up to 180. Cool, we're done with that. That's the triangle sum theorem. the exterior angle theorem, okay, is not one you probably already know, but one you could easily understand. So the measure of any exterior angle. So if I'm looking here, angle 1 would be the exterior angle, should be equivalent to the sum of the other two non-adjacent interior angles. So this angle out here should add up to this plus this. We're going to do a little verbal proof here, okay? So I want you to do a little verbal proof just together in your groups. Talk about why that theorem is true. Talk about why that theorem is true. So try to prove why this is true. Just do a little verbal theorem, or a little verbal proof here. Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't record, but he said something really good. So we have angle 1 and this angle right here are supplementary, meaning they add up to 180, right? And then this one plus those two obviously have to add up to 180 because it's a triangle. So that means 1 has to be equivalent to the sum of A plus B. Okay, so that's why the exterior angle theorem works. Okay. All right. So go ahead. I want you guys to do the bottom two. So find the angle measures. Or I guess on the first one you want to find the angle measure. Well, I guess the second one, yeah, you want to find the measure of the exterior angle. Go ahead. Okay. So we want to find the measure of the exterior angle. We know the exterior angle is the sum of the two non-adjacent interior angles, right? So 53 and 53 very simply makes 106 for this one. Okay, then let's look over here at the second one, a little more complicated. So we know this 8x minus 5 should be equal to the sum of the two non-adjacent interiors. Okay, so 5x plus 15. Okay, so then I just need to simplify. So if I subtract 5x over here to the left, add 5 over here to the right, so that's gone and that's gone. I'm left with 3x. Over on the right I have 40, 55, 60. Divide by 3, and x is 20. Hopefully you all did not stop there, right? It did not say find the value of x. It said find the value of the exterior angle. So I got to take this up here to the exterior angle. 8 times 20 would be 160. And then 160 minus 5 is 155. Okay, for my final answer. Okay, any questions?